All right, as you see, Cynthia, we're here with David Montgomery, but we're also here with Juju Montgomery. All right, David, tell us about your son and some of the fun stuff you've done.
Wait, hold on. So this is Juju. This is my son, my first son, and he's
Okay.
18 months.
Okay, and there you go.
And yeah, he just growing every day, progressing, and really being the centerpiece of my life. Is that right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so he's a Lions fan. You got. Does he have your jersey? Or is he wearing one of your teammates' jerseys?
He definitely got my jersey. Yeah, but I don't think he really knows too much of what's going on right now. He's been to maybe like 2 or 3 games just because how loud it is.
Okay.
But I mean, from my standpoint, he's enjoying it all. So it's super cool to know that like I'm going through like my career, knowing that my son is kind of being raised while I'm in it.
Absolutely. I mean, you'll look back and you'll see these pictures and it'll be worth and I mean, he's the cutest thing ever, so you're going to love them. But we're looking at training camp here today, kind of a lighter practice, just walking through some things. I know that it's just the beginning of camp, but how is it feeling? What does it feel like this year?
Yeah. I think it's I think everybody on the team, but I can speak for the offense in specific. Like, we know exactly what we have to do. We know how close that we came last year, and we came up short. And we also know, like, we could take it up or not. So with us knowing that, we know that we're going to be able to kind of get to it and be able to kind of close the case that we had left open last year.
So in saying that, we see the organizational commitment to your offensive line. They spent a lot of money, keeping guys together, bringing guys in. As a running back, knowing that you got those horses in front of you, one of the best O-lines in the NFL, and they're going to be there, what does that say to you about them making sure that this offense is going to keep rolling?
Yeah, I think that's big. Like, understanding, like, the front office and those guys up top are doing whatever they have to do to be sure that we keep some of the centerpieces here on this team. And I'm just happy to be able to run behind that O-line, but also be a part of such a high-power offense and a high-powered team.
So not only are you an amazing dad who can multitask here and you get your son on this was great, but you also told us you're an Eagle Scout, which I didn't know that before today, but that is the highest ranking among all scouts. Like, tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, my mom, we was kind of in a neighborhood where it wasn't the best, but my mom ensured that I got a chance or an opportunity at a fair life. Right, I said the same thing. And, so she kind of took a risk and put me in Scouts. At first I didn't like it, but, it kind of grew on me, and now I can say that I'm an Eagle Scout. So it was a great journey for me, and I found myself doing things that I learned from scouting in my everyday life.
Such as?
So I fix a lot of stuff, but I catch myself, like, tying unnecessary knots sometimes when I don't have to. Just fiddling around, but it's kind of good to know that I can still do some of those things. Or like if I'm watching like Survivor or like Naked and Afraid, like y'all kind of said, like I can say like you shouldn't do that or you should. So like it's cool though.
Are you gonna try to get on one of those shows?
Of course not.
Well, we're really appreciative of your time here today. Obviously, I mean, look, I'm going to take my chance here because I'm a fan of the Lions. Thank you for such a great season. I'm expecting to see you again in the postseason. No pressure, just on me. But are you feeling that this year, all the excitement, like, does it feel that, because training camp has grown so much year over year, how does it feel, like, the excitement level? Yeah? Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Daddy almost done, all right? Yeah, it's definitely like super.
Oh no.
What's wrong, man?
Oh no.
You wanna go to mommy? Look.
Okay, it's mommy time. Oh, how cute.
Yeah, I think ultimately for me, just understanding, like it's super cool to see the fans out here. Like just knowing that they've been committed for so long, but even like with things changing, them being even more committed is super cool to be. But like we also know we got a job to do, and I can speak for myself personally. Like I'm taking this year personal, like for myself, just because I feel like I've always been in a position to where I've always been looked upon as I hadn't been good enough, or like I've never been good enough for the league. So every opportunity I get, I'm looking to prove myself right to myself, and hopefully everybody else around me can have the same mentality.
That's interesting you said that, because you had a big year last year. I mean, you and Jameer, I think, got in the end zone 24 times as a tandem last year. And I wanted to ask you, when you talk about everyone taking that same approach, there's a lot of weapons on this team. You, Amon-Ra, Jamison, Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta. What about the lack of ego, let's say, that you all have to understand you all want to eat, you all want to succeed, but the overall success of the offense is the real true tale?
Yeah, I think ultimately with us and everybody understand that, the main goal is winning here. And this is honestly, I can say the first time I've been a part of a team where it hadn't been me. And not saying my previous places were just all that, but I'm just saying this place in specific shows a lot of gratitude with one another, and understanding all right, we got one goal here. We got to hold each other accountable. And if we all do our jobs to the best of our ability, we can do things that ain't been done here. So we all understand that, but it's a good problem to have, being Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, to know it's a lot of guys who can pop or can make plays at any time. So it also brings up a level of competition. We realize shoot, everybody want to touch the ball, you got to compete for it. So I think that's also another good problem to have, because it brings just the level of play up, and us, like I said, hold each other accountable and wanting to be better than what we were last year.
Well, we're extremely grateful for your time. I'm extremely grateful for this team. I know Steve is too, but I'm especially grateful for it. I hope you have a wonderful season, and we will talk to you hopefully in the postseason.
Yeah, you will. Thank you.